Hi guys, we're gonna read from the book again today. Do. Excuse me, I have to get on my glasses because your girl cannot see. Lord have mercy. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit today about worry. Okay, so here's the book. What chapter is this? I think this is chapter 1. Actually, chapter 1 is one of my favorite chapters. 37 years of worrying, and it's that simple? Worry over and over again asked me the same question. Lindsay, do you really think he would like you? And worry wasn't just questioning me about men. It was questioning me about everything, and it was tormenting. What's the deal with this worry, and how does it have the power to cause the world to torment itself? So, like any good overthinker, I decided to ask Google, because Google knows everything, right? To my surprise, the top answer in my Google search said the opposite of worry is peace and confidence. But how did the World Wide Web suggest we get to this place of peace and confidence? It clearly wasn't referring to the peace and confidence that is found in Jesus Christ, which is where the peace and confidence comes from. A few results down, I saw another answer. The opposite of worry is non-worry. Thanks, Google. What on earth is non-worry, and how do we non-torment ourselves? It's not that easy, Google. I wanted to scream. A few results later, I read that worry is the opposite of faith, which was interesting because it wasn't referring to faith in Jesus. It just said faith. So I thought, what do they mean by faith? What does Google mean by faith? Let's see. The site described faith as a belief in something for which there is no proof. Complete trust. Interesting. According to Google, worry, to torment, is the opposite of faith. And also, according to Google, faith means to trust. Let's pause and read that again, shall we? Worry, which means to torment or to be tormented, that is what worry means in the original language. I know, who knew? Somebody changed that in some dictionary not too long ago. Worry, which means to torment or be tormented, is the opposite of faith, and faith means to trust. But trust in what? What was Google telling me that we should trust in? I was curious. And then I was reminded that I don't have to figure everything out or fix myself, which I tried to for years, because Jesus died on the cross for all of that. Thanks, God. It's best to let the Lord lead the fight. His burden is light and easy. We are to come to him, and he will give us rest and show us the way out of our worried mind. Wow, thanks, God. I know, right? He's so precious. So powerful. Guys, let's just talk about this for a minute, shall we? I mean, whenever we begin to worry, which yesterday I was real worried, so I'm not the expert on not worrying, but I have been paying attention to the thoughts in my mind for a long time, lots of years. And I've been able to really start to discern where the thoughts are coming from, right? Sometimes we don't want to stop. We don't want to sit by ourselves without the TV on because we are scared of what's in our minds. And I think that's a great tactic of the enemy, because I think it's very healing once you stop and start paying attention to what's going on in your head. And once you start sorting through that, right? Sorting through oh, that's worry. Oh, that's fear-based. Oh, interesting. Once you start recognizing what's going on in your head, you will get a lot of clarity. Your eyes will start to open in ways that you cannot imagine. So here's my tip for today. To just lay down on the floor, close your eyes in silence. I know it sounds scary, but it's actually so freeing. Of course, the enemy is going to tell us you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. I don't know. What does he tell us? I remember it was just this fear of I can't be alone with myself. Why? It's a lie. Y'all, it is a lie from the pit of hell, because when you do get alone with yourself, first of all, you're not alone with yourself, you're with God. And second of all, when you do get alone with yourself and God, like, God is love. So, like, it's good, right? And then you're going to get some clarity on what's going on in that beautiful little head of yours. And it's not all beautiful. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. There should be no shame. No, if there's shame, that is from the enemy, okay? If there's shame because some ugly stuff pops up, like, honestly, one time I heard someone say, like, when you realize, like, there's something wrong, like, you should be like, yay, Jesus, because that just means that Jesus is getting ready to, like, heal that up, you know, sort that out. And like, so it's, but the enemy obviously always wants us to stay stuck, right? So of course he wants us to, you know, stay oppressed with the things in our head. So of course he's going to be like, you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you have the TV on, make sure you, like, he's going to scare you from being alone because he doesn't want you free, right? Because he's the tormentor of our mind and, like, of our life. So we usually like to do the opposite of what the enemy's telling us, or the opposite of what fear is telling us, right? So if fear is telling us you don't want to be alone, the truth is you do want to be alone. It's going to be very healing for you. And it might be a little like, you know, at first, but even if you can, like, practice, I'm into baby steps, y'all. I've, like, done most of the things in my life that are significant through tiny baby steps. I'm so into baby steps, like, let's go. So I think someone calls them, like, micro habits. I just call them baby steps. You know me, I'll keep it simple. But, like, baby steps. So, like, even if, like, once a day, you can just, you know, you can even ask God, like, God, I'm going to do this. I'm freaked out. Like, I'm scared, you know, but I'm going to do this. Okay, Lord, because you are love and you are good and you are here. I invite you here, God. It can be simple. I invite you here, Jesus. Like, you don't have to get into, like, a 17-hour prayer, okay? Just, like, you know, Jesus, it's okay. Like, Jesus is okay with simple prayers, all right? So, like, if you lay down on the ground, like, flat, and, you know, to say, Jesus, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try what Lindsay said, you know, Jesus, please be here with me. Lay down on the ground and just even time yourself for, like, 30 seconds. Try it for 30 seconds to just be still with God and yourself and report back. No, I'm serious. Report back. I want to know. Comment down here at the bottom. Y'all, like, I'll love, you know, y'all, I have 46 followers. Like, I'm going to be reading every single one of your comments. Like, so excited for you. Like, replying, because I freaking love my people. And I take very seriously, like, do things for an audience of one. Because, you know what? God is not really worried about numbers, but he is worried about people. Actually, God's not worried about anything. But he is concerned, he's in love, is a better word, actually, with people. Not with numbers, but with people. So if there's one person that comments below that this helped, that matters so much to God, and that's why I do it. So try this. If you've been doing it a little bit, stretch yourself. If you're like, oh yeah, I got this one, I've been doing this for like 3 minutes every day or whatever, then try 5 minutes, you know, like, stretch yourself and just see what happens. Pay attention to the thoughts that just almost focus in on Jesus, but also allow yourself to see what's going on in your mind, you know, and then just, like, start recognizing what the thoughts are. Is it thoughts of fear and worry? Because that's not God. And as you start recognizing those thoughts in your head, you're going to be able to better, like, hear the voice of God, which we're going to talk about. So anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to start doing my interviews again soon, which will be fun. But I wanted to come on and talk about worry, because worry is a liar. It's lying to you. It's lying to me. It was lying to me yesterday, so no shame. But it is lying. All right. Bless you. Bye.